No, I didn't put my shoes up.
Hi. Welcome to Emily's Fresh Kitchen. Hello.
Hello.
Today we're making chicken sausage cavatappi bolognese. Hot dog.
A lot of fancy words.
That's a lot of fancy words. You're right, Producer Patrick. And this is a pasta dish, thankfully. So we don't necessarily need the oven. However, we do have something that needs to be baked. So we're going to be using the toaster oven. I love pasta too, Jackie. All right. So here are the ingredients that we have for today. First, we have our chicken sausage, which is, over there. And then we also have cavatappi pasta, which is kind of like spiraled elbow noodles. And we also have, you stay there, onion, some Italian seasoning, 2 of those. So that's 2 tablespoons. That was the toaster oven. Words are hard. I got this. We have some tomato paste. And this is 2 tablespoons, so this is 4 tablespoons together. You know, math. We have Parmesan cheese. It's on like Parmesan. 2 packets of chicken stock concentrate. 2 packets of sour cream. I love sour cream. We have 2 zucchinis. And 2 onions. Is that all? That's all. Are we going to need butter? Surely we're going to need butter.
2 tablespoons.
2 tablespoons of butter. Also, we will need, okay.
Oil.
And oil, of course. So I'm going to start by chopping these. Oh, so this says to trim in half the zucchinis lengthwise. And I'm going to cut them into moon shapes. Half moon shapes, not moon shapes, half moons. Okay. First, I'm going to cut off the butt and the head. Jackie, how are you doing today? I was about to text you, and then I realized what time it was, and that I didn't have time. Because you texted me, and I was going to answer you. So I'm going to have to answer you after we cook. Because I will not leave you on read, even though I haven't read your message yet. So I'm not leaving you on read because I haven't read it yet. Anyways, okay. Cool. So it's not exactly half, but it's okay. It works. You could also, don't do that. That's not safe. I'm doing good. How have you been? I've been fantastic. Jennifer, welcome. We missed you. I've been fantastic, Jackie. It's just been a whirlwind of days here. I don't even think that's actually not true. It's been fine. You know? That's it. Okay. And I cut it a little cattywampus, but that's okay. It's still going to taste the same, in case you wanted to know. And I know that you're seeing my fancy apron here, and I'm going to tell you all about that after I get started a little bit. So I'm really excited about my fancy apron. I waited a long time for this day to have this fancy apron. And the unpaid intern's over there like trying to see my fancy apron because she didn't even know about it. I'll show you later. It has pockets. I'm not going to store anything like my knife in my pocket. That's not safe. But I could put, oh, Producer Patrick, I could put my hand paper towel in my pocket. What a day. Half moon. Half inch. Half moons. Hey, ma'am, to you. How you doing? And I don't have my measuring stick, so these may not be exactly half inch. But that's okay because, does it say half inch or quarter inch? Nope, it says half inch thick. Well, that's alright. These are a little thinner, but also because I don't want to have super thick zucchinis. And we're gonna bake these, but because our oven is out of commission at the moment, we're using the toaster oven. For my friends who just came on and are probably like, wow, you got your oven fixed? That's great. No, not yet, but Producer Patrick's gonna get right on that. As soon as that glass comes in, he's gonna take care of that. He's an awesome guy, and he's also gonna fix the garbage disposal as soon as the new one comes in. And he's also gonna, what else, Producer Patrick? Something else broke. He's also gonna fix his back whenever his new one comes in. Wait a minute. Oh, there's a flaw. That's not gonna happen. His back hurts. So y'all say a prayer for Producer Patrick's back, because we need him. He's a stand-up guy. See what I did there? But and I'm a sit-down comedian. I don't stand up when I comede. Kamazel. Something Incorporated. Laverne and Shirley? No one? That's before your time. You're a bunch of youngins. A couple of you are older than me, but it's before your time for sure. It's before my time. I just love the sound of a knife on a cutting board. It's just done with the zucchini. So now I'm going to put the zucchini on this here bacon sheet that Producer Patrick has lovingly foiled and sprayed. And this is a small bacon sheet, but that's because we're using the toaster oven, so we can't use the big bacon sheet, and that's okay. Such is life and whatnot. And then probably there's going to be some seasoning that goes on here, because Producer Patrick just opened up the Italian seasoning and put it right by me. And if he didn't want me to put it on this, he would not have done that. And he also put the olive oil next to me, so olive oil. So I think he wants me to do that, because chances are he wouldn't put stuff next to me that he didn't want me to use, because he knows me, and I'll just grab it and do it, because that's who I am. And I'm just living my best life with my fancy apron on. My fancy apron. And it's made right here in America. And I know what you're thinking. I thought you were in Canada. Well, I just have a Canada address. It's really weird how that works. But that's not my mailing address. But my mailing address is different. But also, you know, it's just a lot of things that, it's just a lot of, for legal reasons, I can't explain it. But it's just a lot of mumbo jumbo and the hullabaloo. So I know a lot of people have said, but what if I want to send you a letter about how much I love your show? And to that I say, oh goodness, well thank you. Don't send it to my Canada address. I will never see it a day in my life. I will never see it. That's not my mailing address, so it's my physical address, but you can't send mail there. you know. I'm not reading the instructions because I know what I'm doing. But I'm just going to drizzle this with some olive oil. And I'm going to put half of the Italian seasoning on there. Just kidding. I'll put the whole thing.
You're putting all of that one.
Yeah, I'm going to put... both of those were correct. Because I'm going to put half of the Italian seasoning. Because I'm going to put this whole thing. But we got 2 of them. So half is this whole thing. I know, Producer Patrick. I know what I was saying. I know exactly what I was saying. You know why? Because I say things that I know. This feels like a lot of Italian seasoning.
It does feel like a lot.
These are going to be some Italian zucchinis.
Say, if you get them covered, or we'll probably just save the rest for later. Some of those are a lot.
No, Producer Patrick, we just got to go for it. Just live your best life. Okay, well, there's not enough to save. That one doesn't have enough. I don't know if y'all can see this, friends, but this is either going to be strong or it's going to burn.
And then it's with a pinch of both of
Yes,
those.
a pinch of salt and pepper. Of course, Producer Patrick. I know. I'm familiar with this recipe. This is my salt cellar. I don't know why I keep making that face. I do apologize. I do declare. I'm sorry. And this here is my pepper pot. Salt cellar and a pepper pot. Why am I talking like that? Settle down. Okay. I feel so I can't tell where I'm putting pepper because of the Italian seasoning. I feel very out of sorts, friends, because I feel like I haven't cooked in so long. And I'm telling you, we only missed 1 day of cooking, so I don't know what's going on with me, but...
2 days.
What? We missed 2
Did we miss-
days? I think we cooked on Thursday. And we were going to cook Friday, and then today.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
So, we just missed 1 day. But I can't tell what I'm doing with my life.
That's probably fine.
I'm just, you know what? I'm calling it quits on the pepper. Because one time Producer Patrick put too much pepper and we nearly died over here. And when I say we, I mean me and the elder unpaid intern. But Producer Patrick was fine because he likes spice in his belly. On his tongue. I don't know where he likes spice. All down his esophageal tube. This is a very seasoned zucchini. Oh, look. I got some on the table. That's okay. You didn't see a thing. It's still there. Okay. I'm going to hand that over to Producer Patrick. That's okay because that was some Italian seasoning and we had way too much. So, can never have too much seasoning. Anyways, I'm going to cut the onion. Thank you. You're welcome, Jackie. I just saw your message that said, LOL, thank you. And to that I say, you're welcome. Yes, cut, sure, I did that. Half peel and thinly slice onion. I have pepper. There's pepper and I don't like it. Okay, I need to cut my fingernails because I got pepper in my thumbnail. But don't worry, I took care of it. Okay. Eeny, meeny, miny, you go first. So, how was your weekend? How's your week going? It's Tuesday, Are you doing well? How was your Monday? Mine was pretty good, and let me tell you why. Because I have been on a great. I've been on track, I'm just trying to eat good, trying to do good for myself, and I've been doing good. I've lost almost 3 pounds since Saturday, and I know you're thinking, I didn't ask, but I'm telling you anyways, so that's okay. That's the beautiful thing about this here cooking show is that you don't have to ask. I'm going to tell you anyways. That's just who I am. And some of you might say, I don't like that. And I'll just say, that's okay. You're welcome. Or something. I don't know. Anyways, how are you, Producer Patrick? Are you happy with your dietary choices at the moment? You feel like you could do better with your life, Producer Patrick?
Sure.
He said sure. He's like, why are you asking me these questions? No one cares. I care, Producer Patrick, because I love you. You're the love of my life. I need you. I'm not going to hurt myself. I'm having a jolly good time. Chopping onions. And I know what you're thinking. How are you having a jolly good time chopping onions? Well, friends, that's what we call a freestyle lie. Because who has a jolly good time chopping onions? But I'm going to tell you something. Once you get to that... You know, I didn't cut that part off good enough. Once you get to that part of the onion where you feel like, I don't feel safe keeping on going this way, you just knock it down. And you just keep going. Until your onions are thinly sliced. And therefore, thinly sliced. Okay. Alright, well, sure. So anyways, I'm down almost 3 pounds. I'm 0.2 pounds away from 3 pounds since Saturday. And I'm just telling you, friends, I've just been making those good choices. Sometimes, you know, because they say all things in moderation. And I believe that's true. You know how I know? Because yesterday I had a Pop-Tart for breakfast. But it's alright, I still did pretty good because I made some good choices for the rest of my meals. Were you saying something, or am I just hearing things? I'm just hearing things. A groan?
Yeah.
Y'all. Producer Patrick, he just hurt his back. And we don't even know how. That's how you know you're getting older. I didn't call you old. I called you older. Sometimes he calls me old. And to which I say, because he's older than I am. And so, but my cousin called me oldie moldy. But that was when I turned like 25. And I'm like, psh, moldy like blue cheese, which is delicious, you know. Some people age like a fine wine. I think I'm aging like milk. Getting chunky and whiter. No, that's not it. I'm still the same amount of white. And also, I don't think I'm getting whiter. I think I'm getting peacher. I'm peach. Red. I'm getting pinker. Like, what is your nationality? Tickle me pink? Which is nothing like Tickle Me Elmo. But I don't know if you've looked at a box of Crayola lately. But there's a color called Tickle Me Pink. And this is it. You're welcome. My nationality is Tickle Me Pink. So I guess I'm Crayola. I'm not Caucasian. I'm Crayola. Are you American? Nah, I'm Crayola. Sometimes it's true for other people. Sometimes I look at people and they got all sorts of colors on their face, and I'm like, you know, because they got all the makeup, but they went a little too far. Some people. And then I'm just like, wow, you just got all up in the Crayola box today, you know? And then other people got all these colors on their face, and I'm like, you look beautiful like that. Just sometimes when you go, there's a stopping point, you know? And I don't wear makeup because I don't know a stopping point, and I love to color. So my face ends up very Crayola-fied. And I'm not bashing anyone that wears makeup, because some of you people do a beautiful job, and I'm like, wow, that's amazing. But I'm not one of those people. I'm the person who tries to put makeup on, and I looked like I was playing in the Crayola box. Which is probably why it was, you know, fitting when I worked at an elementary school in pre-K, because I'm like, yeah, I know all the colors. I don't put them on my face. I'm not allowed to do that, because I don't want to scare the children. Some people are afraid of clowns. I I had no idea any of that was going to come out of my mouth just then. But you know, Producer Patrick, God bless you. And if Emma was watching, she would say, bless. But you know, Producer Patrick, my thoughts are like horses. And my mouth is like the barn door. And I'm not crying. Somewhere, someone is crying. And I'm sad that these onions had to die today. I'm not crying. Anyways, my thoughts are like horses, and sometimes horses need to go out to pasture. I need a paper towel, please, sir. Sometimes horses need to go out to pasture. Don't worry, I'm not going to cut anything with my eyes closed. That would be not smart. Thank you, sir. You're so kind. And when horses need to go out to pasture, you got to let them out to pasture. And whenever my thoughts come to the barn door, I got to let them out to pasture. Because if I don't, I'll just sit there and they get frustrated and they're like, hey, let me out. And I'm just like, sorry. And then I'm going to put this in my pocket. And then I just don't pay attention to anything that's going on. Because all I'm focusing on are my horse thoughts. And now I'm thinking about horses. I'm pretty sure I'm allergic to horses. I am not positive about that. But the last few times I've been around a horse was very many years ago. But I had the sneezes. And it could have been the hay. Because I feel like where there's horses, there's hay. Always. Even if you're nowhere near hay and the horses are in the drive-through line at Jack in the Box, which I also feel like I have seen, there's hay somewhere around them. Is anyone there? So no one's commenting, so I'm just talking, and you people are probably like, does she ever stop? And the answer is, as soon as you give me a reason to. That's not true. The answer is yes. When I'm sitting quietly, I don't talk. Sometimes I make random noises, which is true, you know. Sometimes, have you ever just been sitting there? Oh, good. My dad's there. Someone's there. Thank God. Thank you for being here. Have you ever just been sitting there quietly and you just said, hold on, my eyes burn. And you just suddenly had the urge to just say something, but you had nothing to say, so you just went like, blah, 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 blah. You ever done that? Just me? Can't be just me. But Producer Patrick can attest to the fact that I have done that before. And he gets a giggle pretty much every time. Mostly because it's very unexpected. But I don't think I've done that for a while. Maybe I have. Sometimes I say things in my sleep. The other day, I woke Producer Patrick up. No, I didn't. You were already awake. But I was crying in my sleep. And I was like, no! And I'm not going to go into detail because it was a dream that I had. And it was probably pretty funny, but at the time it was a nightmare. But I had a dream that our toilet in our bathroom, that's on our bedroom, was overflowing. It is a lot of onions. You're right. Sorry, I'm here. It's okay. I know you're here. I appreciate it. This is a lot of onions, but you know what? It's because we just like, I'm not doing that. I don't like them that way. We're not that close, me and onions. We're not those kind of friends. But I had a dream that the toilet was overflowing, and it was overflowing so fast that I couldn't get away, so I thought, I'm going to jump up on my bed. Except for I jumped up on my bed, and I laid down on my back, and I stared at the ceiling, because that was all I could think to do. Thank you. It's because I'm allergic to horses. Now this is going in this pocket. Okay. You know, I was talking about horses, and a horse came to the barn door, and I let it out, and then I sneezed. I laid down on my back, and I stared at the ceiling, because that's all I could think to do. Only for some reason, my bed was also flooded with toilet water. I was just laying there, and I was like, no! And then producer Patrick woke me up, and he's like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I just had a nightmare. And I think I lost you all. You're like, she's talking about the toilet. We're leaving. Anyways, all right, cool. So that was that. And producer Patrick is still over here laughing at me, but I felt like there was no way out. And there wasn't. I was stuck there. Okay. Stuck with trauma. Anyways. So, cool. The zucchini, are we not putting these in yet?
Not yet.
Okay. They're going to bake in the toaster oven at 450. Because the toaster oven goes up to 450. Because it has the word oven in it, you know? Wow. I don't know if the toaster oven has a name. Because the toaster oven belongs to the elder unpaid intern. Does it have a name?
I don't think we have one.
She rolled her eyes at me and said she doesn't name her appliances. To which I say, psh, everything I have has a name, and they've lasted a super duper long time. For instance, Dave here, the microwave, was born in 1992. Manufactured, because she wasn't born. The oven, who has a name, and I'm not telling you, is also from 1992. And just needs a facelift, but is doing well. And I love you. Even though sometimes you interrupt me, you're beautiful. And Midge, the fridge, I don't know what year she was born, but manufactured, my bad. But we got her in 2014.
Yeah.
And she's a trooper, so huzzah. I don't want to say the dishwasher's name because she might be offended. It's Trish. She's Trisha. Yeah.
What?
Well, the dishwasher, her name is Trish, and I didn't want you to be offended because you're Trisha. So, Trish, she likes to wash the dish. So, Trish. I don't know what year she was manufactured, but she is also a senior citizen, and she does well also too and whatnot. So I think naming things is great. My car, her name is Eleanor Sienna Von Minnie, and she is just fantastic, you know, paid off, still kicking. She's good. So I'm saying name things, you know. The TV, Stevie, was given to us and didn't have a name before, but has one now. And man, I mean, great picture and everything, you know. Stevie, the TV. And my phone, which, as you're seeing, great picture and everything. No cracks, nothing like that. Is Joan. Joan the phone. And also, the only thing that I didn't name myself, or producer Patrick, is the TV. I mean, I did name it, but I didn't come up with that name. I don't know if you've ever seen Friends, but Joey named his TV Stevie, and I thought, wow, that's a great name. And so when we got Stevie, I thought, done. So, you know. Anyways, that's enough of me. I'm going to tell you what's going on behind the scenes, because I have chopped these onions as much as I'm going to chop them. Thank you, sir. Italian seasoning. All right. Hey, Megan. So producer Patrick is, wow. Oh, no, I don't. All right. You know what? Let's just look at this together. Just kidding. You can't see that. I'm just going to tell you all about it. I already did all this, you know. So, the zucchini is now on a baking sheet with olive oil and Italian seasoning and salt and pepper. And it's in the toaster oven. And it says to roast it on the top rack. But it's just in the toaster oven. So, there's that. And we're going to toss that halfway through. Do we need to set a timer?
Probably.
Set a timer for 7 minutes.
Probably 6 minutes.
Okay, 7 minutes.
Well, it says 14 to 16, so... yeah, so we're doing that. And then producer Patrick has brought some water to a boil. And in just a minute, I'm going to show you my fancy apron. Producer Patrick has brought some water to a boil. And he added the cavatappi to the pot. And cavatappi, if you missed it, is like elbow noodles, but spiral elbow noodles. So, cavatappi. And he's going to cook that until it's al dente. And he's going to reserve some of that pasta cooking water. I just realized there's a trash can right here. So I'm going to throw this away instead of putting it in my bucket. So he's going to reserve some of that pasta cooking water and then drain the rest of it. It's spelbo noodles. Yes, spiral elbow. I like it. Corkscrew. They are delicious. Listen. I said spiral. You say what you want. Welcome. And hi, Emma. And then, so producer Patrick he's put the onions on to cook. And that was what that loud sound was. And he's stirring the noodles at this very moment. And there's a dog tickling my ankle. Just kidding. Oh yeah, that was her. Okay, I was like, wait, what was that? No, it was the mascot. And so he's going to add the sausage and cook it. And he's going to break up the meat into pieces until it's brown. Sir, can we, thank you for that heart. Sir, can we make sure that when you put the pasta in there that it's like chopped up really well? Thank you. I know you weren't trying to correct me. Don't do it again. I'm just kidding. Because you weren't trying to correct me. That's okay, though. I don't like to say the word corkscrew. I like to say the word spiral. Because when I think of corkscrew, I think of a wine bottle opener. And I don't know. I like the word spiral. It reminds me of twirling. I don't know why. Probably because it's like swirl. And then twirl is just a hop, skip, and a jump. And would you stop walking past me because you're tickling my ankle every single time. And it gives me the heebie-jeebies because I don't know what's down there. I know what's down there. It's the mascot. Anyways, I'm going to show you my fancy apron because I know you're probably thinking, well, hot dog, we've been waiting to see that this whole time. And all right, I'm going to show you. Where's the mascot? Not over here. Okay. This is my fancy... Oh, I almost fell backwards. With joy. This is my fancy apron. And it has pockets. Fancy pockets with little floofies. And I like them. And you don't even have to tie it in the back. It just has a crisscross. And isn't that nice? Swirly twirly. Yeah, I first read that as sweaty twirly. I really need to get closer when I read things. Anyways, the mascot's coming back around. She's making her rounds. So she is looking for food that perhaps fell on the floor. Sorry there's not any that I know of. That means nothing. Anyways, so, I just rolled over the corner of my apron. It's very long. But let me tell you something fancy about this here apron. I'm going to put something on it. So it's going to say something. Probably like Emily's Kitchen or something. You know. Floofy pockets. Yes, they're floofy and fabulous. And there's some elastic in there so that they stretch. I'm sorry, I was enjoying that too much. Okay. Anyways, so I'm going to find some things to store in my pockets because I want to. I can't put my phone in there because then you wouldn't be able to see anything. And I know right now you're like, well, what am I seeing? Nothing. I'm sorry. Producer Patrick is adding the sausage into the pan. It's going to get loud. That was anticlimactic. Okay.
I've already added some.
Oh, he's already added some. And now he's just touching chicken.
Not chicken, sausage.
It's chicken sausage.
Oh, is it?
Yes. Make sure you wash your hands. E. coli is real. Producer Patrick is so sweet. He said it's not chicken, it's sausage. It's chicken sausage. Anyways, that's okay. He didn't know. He thought it was like a pork sausage or a beef sausage, but it's a chicken sausage. Who'da thunk? Anyways, so and then he's gonna add the tomato paste. And thank you for washing your hands. That's very importante when you're cooking chicken, because if you don't, then the E. coli will get on the things you touch, and you'll eat it, and you will not be happy in your tummy. Haha, I walked outside, and Emma heard your voice. She goes, M. Yes, she loves me. I need to see her. FaceTime me right now. The people want to see Emma. Anyways, so, she's the younger unpaid intern, and we can only let her work very few hours because, you know, child labor laws and whatnot. We're not trying to go to jail. Also, unpaid labor and workforce and whatnot. She's like, hi, Emma. It's me. Your Auntie M. You love me. Oh. 7 minutes. So now we have to flip the zucchini.
Did you do that?
Sure, I'm going to do that. Because Producer Patrick is busy. Thank you, sir. He's super busy, and he's trying to make the food. He's an awesome dude. Whoops. Thank you, sir. And I gotta make sure my tongs be tonguing. But not like last time, when they tongued all the way over there. But no one was injured. It's alright. No one got hit in the face. I don't know why, but Italian seasoning, the smell of it, reminds me of Whole Foods. Like the smell of Whole Foods. Which is not bad. I like the smell of Whole Foods. I guess it smells like Italian seasoning. I don't know. Someone is calling the elder unpaid intern. La, 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 la. Oh, never mind. Someone's calling Producer Patrick. Probably from his job. Or maybe it's his brother. But maybe he needs to tell his brother, hey, you should be watching us on our show. Our highly acclaimed show. Which, BT Dubs, you can leave reviews now. And I know I've told you this before, but we only got one review. And maybe it's because nobody likes to watch, and that's okay. I'm glad you're here anyways, just to make fun of me, I guess. I don't know. You do you. But if you do like to watch the show, I would be ever so very gladly if you would leave a review. But, you know, if you don't have anything nice to say, then just keep your trap shut. Keep your fingers at bay. Put them in your pockets. Oh. Does a second call mean it's probably your brother, or doesn't he have his own ringtone?
No.
Oh.
His number changes so much.
True, true. We never know. All right, well.
This is probably not going to be broken up as much as y'all want it.
That's okay. We could put this back in the toaster oven. I'm glad you like to watch. You can leave a review if you'd like. Don't touch it with your phalanges, Producer Patrick. You'll burn them to a crisp. You can leave a review if you would like. I'd appreciate it. But you don't have to. I don't want you to feel bullied into doing anything you don't want to do. But do it. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Set a timer for 7 minutes.
Okay, 7 minutes and
Hey, Randy. It's going well. Where the oven is broken, so I thought my mom was here with the ringtone. LOL. I was confused. Well, maybe she is there. But that was Producer Patrick's phone. I just lost hearing in this ear. It's back. That was weird. Okay. I'm doing very, very well, Randy. I'm just over here waiting for dinner to be ready. And you know, someone told me one time, well, you're not showing all of the cooking process. And I thought, okay, well, I don't know if you know this, but this show is not an educational cooking show. It's just more of, you know, a comedy relief where we just happen to have food at the end of it. Air fryer works just as good as an oven, just saying, LMAO. Personal experience, glad you were doing well. Yes, I do have an air fryer. However, the bucket is very small, and I just feel like it's very hard to fit all the things in there that we normally would need to put in the oven. And also, it's because it's, I don't know if it's because the outside shell is plastic or what, but when it gets hot, it's very hard to close it back. So, I don't know. It's Let's Watch Emily's Beautiful Face and Make Jokes show. Oh, thank you. I'm not going to lie to you, Megan. Sometimes I watch back my show, and I have no idea half the things that I said. So, it's entertaining for me as well, because there's no telling what's going to come my way. I mean, out of my mouth. Again, horses in the barn. And I'm not going to talk about it again because I don't want to sneeze, because I'm allergic to horses, I think. Anyways, Producer Patrick, I'm going to tell you what's going on because, you know, we have food, and so it eventually, so you're going to want to know how it even happened, you know? Wow. It's magic. Just kidding. Although Producer Patrick is an engineer, and in my opinion, what he does is just magic. And I try to tell him all the time that actually he tries to explain his job to me, and I'm like, no, it's magic. Shh. Emma, tell Uncle Patrick. Shh. I hope she got that message. I'm going to read your comments in just a minute. Add tomato paste. Okay, so Producer Patrick, he cooked the onions down, and then he added the chicken sausage, and then he chopped that up with a spoon, and so that cooked for some minutes, and then he added tomato paste, and you want me to go see who it is?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good, because I didn't want to leave my show.
Let's say it's way after work hours.
That's right. You went off 2 hours ago. Almost. Then he added stock concentrate is what he's about to do, which it says to do that. Pretty sure that you were already supposed to do that.
Huh?
I think you were already supposed to. Oh, never mind. You're about to do that. He's adding the tomato paste and Italian seasoning, and he's going to cook until fragrant 1 minute. But I feel like if it's an emergency or something, we're gonna have to end the show because someone's continuously calling you. They haven't tried to call me, so I don't know. Someone really wants to talk to you. It better not be another woman or I'm coming after her. Just kidding. Producer Patrick is very loyal. He loves me. And I love him. Okay, anyways. Oh, I already read that. I just saw the word beautiful and I was like, let's read that again. Emily's beautiful face. I'll take a compliment. Thank you, Megan. I personally use my air fryer more than oven. Oh, I have a huge Breville 9-inch one that can fit a 14-pound turkey. Oh, wow. We have a household of 6 I cook for. Yes, girl, no. I bought it when it was just me and producer Patrick, and I was on a budget that was not even probably able to afford the air fryer that I bought, but I bought it anyways, because that's who I am. It was an HSN purchase, you know. And so I've used it, but now we make it wouldn't work. But I'm glad you got a nice big one. That sounds awesome. And I really don't mind using the oven because it's just right here, you know. And I know people are like, it heats up the whole house. I'm always cold anyway, so it doesn't bother me. I sit right next to it and I'm like, yep, I'm good. LOL, it's okay. I did that when I used to go live. It happens. I'm not going to lie to you, Megan. I have no idea what was even the topic at that time. So I don't even know. Praying it's not an emergency. Thank you. It sounds like an emergency, giving me anxiety. Well, if it was an emergency, they would try to call me too, I feel. But then again, I can get notifications while I'm live. So I'm pretty sure if someone was calling me, I would be able to see that. I don't know. Forgetting what you would say. Oh. See, I forgot. Our air fryer was purchased by my in-laws for me to use instead of traditional fryer. I would not have spent that kind of money on it if it were my money. Girl, I understand. Again, HSN. It was like an easy pay situation, you know. On the HSN credit card. Just kidding. Producer Patrick knows about that. Okay. So. If it rings again, though, we should check. I mean, we gotta finish cooking anyways. We gotta eat dinner. Oh. I was like, someone's calling me. It's just the timer. The zucchini's done. Those look yummy. Yes. Yes, you'll be able to see a phone call. It would possibly interrupt your live. Oh, see? Thank you. Okay, well, then if it's an emergency, it's from work, so it can wait. And if it's someone in the family, then they don't care enough to call me. I'm just kidding. It might be his brother, though. He calls him sometimes and a lot, frequently. Eek. I'm going to have to go before y'all are done cooking. Have a good evening and enjoy. Oh, well, thank you for stopping by. We liked having you. Who was it?
Work.
Oh, it was work. Well, psh. Psh. So, it wasn't a family emergency, and that is what I care about the most, because work is important as well, but also it's not as important as family. The end. Moral of the story. Anyways, okay. we have him anxiety to check the phone? Oh, gave him anxiety. No, I think he just got curious. Producer Patrick doesn't get anxiety. Psh, he goes straight into full-blown depression. I'm just kidding. He thought that was funny. Depression is not funny. But he doesn't get anxiety. He just goes from everything's fine to I'm really not fine. So it wasn't a lie. Gabe, sorry. It's okay. I figured it out. I got it. I was on top of things. Okay. Anyways, my friends that are here, I just want to tell you something. I know earlier I was talking about how I lost almost 3 pounds since Saturday, and I'm really proud of that. And I would just like to tell you that I know a lot of people are working on losing weight or getting into shape or have already met their goal, and they're just, maintaining where they are, living their best life, whatever. Whatever situation you're in, I would like to invite you to join my new group, and it's called Lunge. I'm talking. Just kidding. It's called Lunge Crunch Lunch. And it is a private group, so you do have to ask to join. But guess what? I'll let people in. And as long as you don't cause any problems, I won't kick you out. Because we want to be supportive, So if people start to be like hooligans and not supporting others, then I'm going to give them the boot. Not my boot, because I don't own boots. I need the knife, actually. It's just 1 tablespoon or 3?
2.
2 tablespoons or 3? 2. I need the knife. So if you would like to join, please head on over and join. Hey, Bree. And we would love to have you. And like I said, even if you're not trying to lose weight, but you're just trying to get healthy or get fit and exercise or whatever, it's for everyone. So it's called Lunge Crunch Lunch. Because when you combine the words lunge and crunch, you get lunch. And so also, it's a workout, but it's also about food. And we don't require people to work out. That's not part of it if you don't want to. However you get there is however you get there. So, if you have a goal, head on over. We would love to have you. It's a very supportive group. And it's been making me super happy to be part of something so wonderful. People are like, they're so great over there, Very encouraging. And if you do join, please. I'm allergic to working out. Girl, I understand. It's not about that. It's just about people who want to get healthy and stay healthy. That's it. And Crystal's part of it. And that was for Bree, because most of you don't know who Crystal is, but Bree does. But yeah, it's just about people who want to get healthy and stay healthy. And it's okay if you're allergic to working out. You don't have to do that. It's for any stage of life that you're in. Even if it's maintaining where you are. It's not super hot, but I wouldn't suggest holding on to it for too long, Producer Patrick. So, Lunge, Crunch, Lunch. And like I said, I accept anyone to join. So if you want to invite your friends, they can join too. And if you got recipes to share, we would love to have them. Lord knows I don't have any recipes to share because I don't cook anything that's not on these recipes. And these, I don't know if you know this, but these are not the health conscious recipes that people are looking for. So, anyways, plus they're not my recipes, and I don't know if I should, well, they're not health conscious anyways, whatever. I feel the same way, Brie. Yeah, samesies. Although, Brittany, you like to shop, and so walking around stores is walking, that's something. But I don't like to shop. I like to shop from the comfort of my couch, and I break out in fits. Same, Brie. I wish that I loved to work out as much as my butt loves my couch. I would just, well, I'd be taking up a lot less of the screen. Let me just tell you that. Goodness gracious. They're just really trying to get you. It's Patrick. But yes, it's called Lunch, Crunch, Lunch. And you can invite your friends.
I can't hear you again.
And you can invite yourself. And just don't be a negative Nancy or I'll kick you out. Anyways, dinner's almost ready. I feel. It looks like it's almost ready. And producer Patrick is taking things away from me, which means it's almost ready. And all that's left that's not in it already is the Parmesan. And by that, I mean the Parmesan. But you say what you want. Brie, we are having the... Oh, let me show you. I'm not doing anything. We're having chicken sausage Cavatappi Bolognese. That's what we're having. Oh, that's okay. That's all my pictures. That's all right. I got nothing to hide. I take lots of screenshots of Pinterest and whatnot. Or no, I just save them. I don't screenshot Pinterest. There's a thing where you can hit save. So that's what I do. Yes, because our oven is broken. And so we had to make something that did not require the oven. But the zucchini in here, which is right there. That's one of them. That's one of the zucchinis. Wow, that looks delicious. Had to be baked a little bit. So we, oh, I'm in the way. So we just used the toaster oven. And we need some noodle doodle dishes. Wow, just like the picture, kinda, almost. It's never just like the picture. You know why? What'd you say? You eating with us? Are you eating with us? Oh, okay. I thought you were saying you weren't eating with us. I was about to be like, psh, fine. I have to go grab dinner. Have a good night. Oh, okay, bye. Don't forget to leave a review if you want, but you don't have to. I don't want you to feel obligated, but do it anyways, because it's fine. You make your choices. Live your best life. Okay.
Yeah, this one's your mom's.
This one is my mom's, because it's my mom's. Okay.
She does a little,
I do a live comedy cooking show, which is more for comedy than cooking. But I don't know who that is. You tell him to come watch me right now, even though I'm almost done.
she was too far.
Wow. Huh?
She was too far.
No, I mean on live Facebook. Is that enough for now? You want more?
I'm at home. That's not for right now.
Okay. I'll give you some Parmesan, and you'll be good to go.
Yeah.
Oh, it was like lightning. What?
She done it all.
Photography, food, makeup, lightning, etc. Is that what I do? I don't know what kind of context that is. I want more. You come on over, Bree, because we have one more serving. Bree, is Jude cooking? What are y'all having for dinner? Is that Jana? Tell her hi. Oh, she doesn't even have Facebook. Well, she needs to make a Facebook so she can come watch.
She said hello, Mama.
I'm glad she said hello. I love her.
All you have to do
Can
is
you hand
go
this
on
to Mom,
and
please?
Make one.
Before it gets way too cold and she freaks out. Not that she would ever do that, but she likes hot food. Oh, yes, photography, food, makeup, lighting, etc. Yes, you're right. You know, Bree. Actually, everyone, you can all listen to this. I'll tell you. I used to work at a restaurant. It was called Casa Ole, and that's that's the truth, Ruth. And one time we had some people come in and do a food photo shoot for our new menu, because we were getting a new menu. Wow, hot dog. And so they had all sorts of setups come in and whatnot, and it was, I love Casa Ole too, Brie. We had it the other day, and I got leftovers in the fridge. In the Frigidaire, because we couldn't cook anything, because the oven is broken.
No.
And I know what you're thinking. Why didn't you just make something on the stove? Well, we didn't really buy groceries. We buy HelloFresh meals. So pretty much anything that's not cooked on the from HelloFresh is not, hey Crystal, is not existent in my house. So we didn't have any food to cook because that's how we live our lives, and that's all right. So they set up a bunch of cameras and lights and all this stuff to photograph the food, and they had all these fake dishes that looked like the real dishes, only better. And I was like, why aren't we serving that? Because I'd like some of it. And there was like, okay, well, you know, whatever. It wasn't edible. Because but the ice cream, because we used to have ice cream, they used mashed potatoes. Fun fact. And also, so look at all this. We got plenty left over. I mean, producer Patrick may come back for fourth meal, so we don't know. But
Fourth meal's at midnight.
fourth meal's at midnight, which is when you second Z's is at 11. No, that's 11 Z's. He might. So he's gonna want 11 Z's at 11 and fourth meal at midnight. So we might not have any more. But yes, they do use fake stuff, and you can watch a lot of YouTube videos on how they do that. Sometimes it's fascinating. But also, the display food looks so good, and you're like, wow, I want that. But don't do it. It's fake. Or sometimes it's not, but it's other food. So if you bite into that ice cream, you'll be getting your face full of mashed potatoes, which is not bad unless you hate mashed potatoes. Producer Patrick, when you get a super duper quick chance, could I trouble you for a fork? Please, sir. I would like to trouble you for a fork, if I can, when I can. Anyways, so this is, for those of you who didn't see, this is my new apron, and it has fancy pockets with elastic that stretches, and it's like it's breathing. I just love it. I would be so angry. You know what, Crystal? I would too. If you want ice cream, and you get mashed potatoes, whew, well, that is horrible. Thank you, sir. I'm gonna take a taste a bite of the food, and I'm whispering for no good reason. And I want to make sure I get everything in here. It's hot. I'm with you there, Crystal. It needs to be ice cream. This is my portion. See you later. Just kidding. Wow. This is really good. I'm going to be totally honest with you. Which I always am. Except for sometimes when I tell you some freestyle lies. But I usually try to tell you that they're freestyle lies afterwards. Or producer Patrick on the side is like, that's not true. Like when I said that Nick Jonas was one of my best friends, and Priyanka, and producer Patrick was like, nuh-uh, and I was like, but it's not. It's just one of those horses that comes out, and I just say things. Anyways, this is good. It's Cavatappi, and chicken sausage Cavatappi, and there's onions in here, and there's zucchini in here, and there's tomato paste, and there's Italian seasoning. And on the levels of healthy, I would say this is not the top up there. But it's delicious. I mean, you know, it's like it has pasta. And if you traded that pasta with zucchini noodles, zoodle doodles, or whatever, I don't know what you call them. I mean, have it, I say. I'm going to stop eating out of the pan. But anyways, there it is. You don't need to see my plate. I just showed you all of it. Sounds healthy. Yeah, you know, Crystal, other than, I mean, like, the pasta, I don't see why it wouldn't be. I have bonanza noodles that are gluten-free and have protein in them. Well, there you go. I'm not going to lie. At first, I thought you were saying banana noodles, and I thought, I've never heard of that, and that's brave. But if they're good, whatever. But bonanza noodles. Can you take this away from me, please? I keep taking bites. I don't need to. I have a whole bowl. Right there. Okay. And it has Parmesan. Parmesan. Right on top. Sorry. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate
Alright.
it. And guess what?
Alright.
Tomorrow, I'm going to do an unboxing live. Because all my videos are live.
Okay.
And Friday. No, sorry. Thursday, we're cooking again.
I will.
And we're having a fried rice dish of some sorts. Banza.
You just
Oh,
be careful going home.
bonanza sounds more fun,
Bye-bye.
I can never get it right, lol. Well, you know what, Crystal? It's autocorrect's fault. It's not you. You just say autocorrect because autocorrect gets me wrong all the time. All the time. Especially when I make up words that I want to send in a text message because sometimes I do that. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong. So someday I'm going to sit here and we're all going to have our dinner and we're going to come sit together and just have a live dinner party. I'm just kidding. That would just be y'all watching me eat and you'd be eating too, but I wouldn't know. And then, I don't know. Then you'd have to be typing while you're eating and it's a hot mess. Although Lord knows I could sit here and talk. Anyways, I'm going to go. Dinner's ready. And we have... this is almost empty. I'm just kidding. Anyways, thank you for being here. And thank you so much for watching me chop the 2 things that I chopped. And also, I put some seasoning on some stuff and drizzled it with olive oil. And I tossed it after it cooked for 7 minutes. And producer Patrick did the rest. Okay, bye. And this is what came of it. And we also had lots of missed phone calls. But it wasn't a family emergency. It was someone from work. And that's not my problem. So, what needs tahini? You know, Brie, maybe. You do what you gotta do. It has a little bit of a kick, in my opinion. Which is probably just the pepper. Because I couldn't see how much I was putting on it because of all the Italian seasoning. Which is also probably part of that whole situation. But there's lots of Italian seasoning in this here dish. I think like 4 tablespoons. Anyway. Okay. So, thank you. Thank you. So tomorrow, at some point, I'm going to get a box. And I'm going to unbox it. And it's going to be my HelloFresh meals. And then Thursday, even if the oven is not cooked yet, I'm glad you like it. It's very good. I'm glad you like it. Even if the oven is not... Did I say even if the oven is not cooked yet? Words are hard. Even if the oven is not fixed yet. We have a dish that we can make on Thursday. And we're going to do that. And that will be a... Girl, you just getting a little crazy. That sounds like a rash waiting to happen. Your bath? Anyways, Thursday at 5:40. Tomorrow, I don't know what time the box will arrive, but I will say between 10 and 2, I will go live and I will unbox the food that we are getting. And then we will cook on Thursday and we probably will cook on Friday. And Lord willing, the oven will be fixed by then. And then maybe even Saturday or Sunday or Monday, one of those 3 days. I don't know. I can't. Y'all, I think I just lost y'all. They're like, I don't even know what you're saying. We're just laughing about tahini and Brie is going to get a rash from putting it in her bath. And Crystal said almost. And yes, I agree. Because not everything, obviously. And Jackie's in on the fun. And everyone's just laughing. And life's a party. And to that I say, I'm so glad you're all happy. And happy Jesus. Because Jesus makes me happy. Ha-ha. That was because I'm joining in on the laughter. Not because I'm laughing at Jesus. Because I'm not. Jesus does make me happy though. Okay. Anyways. So thank you for being here. And I'm really looking forward to the food that I'm neglecting right now. It's just getting cold. It's true. I totally lost track. That's okay. I'm so glad you're here, Crystal. I was thinking about texting you and saying, hey, I'm going live. But then I didn't want you to feel pressured to watch. But I know that sometimes, you need things to do. And, hey, watching whatever is going on here is some things to do. I love you, too. And I'm glad you think I look good. I'm just kidding. I know you're talking about the food. But I'm gonna take that as that I look good. Thanks. Anyways, but if you want to join my group page, it's Lunch Crunch Lunch, and we're just a group of supportive people over there with a goal in mind, and that's to get healthy and to stay healthy. Thank you, Jackie. It'll remind me. Okay, well, Crystal, I will try to remember. But it's every Thursday and every Tuesday at 5:40, and usually Friday at 5:40, but sometimes Saturday. But I'll try to remind you, because it's Tuesday and Thursday for sure. And okay, all right. Well, everyone has to go. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you this. Don't forget to be a light to others, and if you have a smile and you see someone who doesn't have one of theirs, you just give them one, because it's free to share your smiles. And also, okay, that sounds good. Set a reminder. Okay, love you, Bree. Bye. Bye, Patricia. Even though you're also over there. Okay, I'm still gonna talk loud enough for you to hear me. Oh, producer Patrick's on the phone. Sorry. Okay. Anyways, I wish you well, friends. And if you want to join my page, the group, go out ahead. It's Lunch Crunch Lunch, and it's just supportive people, and post whatever you want, but keep it positive, because I don't want to have to ban people from my page. And also, oh, good. Drink your water, and I promise, friends, this is water. It's always water. Good night, and I'm glad you posted about being a light. It's very important. And okay, well, I'm gonna go eat because I'm really hungry. And also, wish you well, friends. Okay, bye.